Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making the second part of the two-piece, which is the making of the blouse. This is the final outcome of what I made. It's actually very simple and very easy to make, and my client really loved the outcome. She couldn't wait to rock her dress. If this is what you're interested in, let's get right into it, and welcome once again. So now we're going to fold our fabric into two. Then you're going to measure if half of the folded portion is equal to quarter of your bust measurement. I mean your bust divided by 4. So the fold should be equal to a quarter of your bust measurement. And you also measure the length of your blouse. Mine is 24 inches. So you mark your starting line. I'm sorry guys, I realize my markings were not that visible, but just follow what I'm doing. So from the starting line, you mark your armhole. Then you mark your waist. Mine is 16 inches. Then you mark the length of the blouse, which is 24 for me. So extend these points to form a horizontal line. So we have our armhole, we have our waist, and we have the top length. So we are going to divide our shoulder by 2. Mine is 6.5 plus half inches allowance for attaching the sleeve. Then on the bust line, you are going to mark your bust divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches allowance, or 2 inches. Then you're going to mark the shoulder line to that of the chest line. Then you're going to mark a straight line from the chest line to the bottom of the blouse. Very simple and very easy. So on the waistline, you're going to come in by half inches allowance. Then you're going to curve that of the chest line into the waistline, then back into the top length. Curve that point to form the armhole. So you're going to find the bust point. Mine is 10 inches. We are going to be inputting our bust dart. So on the starting line, you're going to mark 3.2 inches for the neck width, then 3.2 inches for the neck depth. Curve these points to form the neckline of the front. Then on the shoulder line, you are going to come down by 1 inch to form the shoulder slope. Connect the point from the neckline to that of the shoulder line. You can decide to curve the edge of the blouse or decide to just cut it straight. So I'm going to cut it straight for now. Then just follow the markings on the side, then cut out your front pattern or panel. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. and also don't forget to hit the notification bell in order to be notified if ever I upload any new video. So we have our front panel ready, and we are going to be using our front panel to cut out our back panel. But before that, we are going to input our bust dart. So from the edge or the side of the front panel, we're going to go in by 4 inches on the line of the bust point, then come down by just 1 inch from the bust point line, then connect it in a slanted line from the bust point or the 4-inch mark. Notch these points on both the left and then the right. Remember, this is on fold. So I've gone ahead to stitch the bust dart in place. So from the 4-inch mark, I stitch in ½ inches to that of the edge. Then now you have your bust area. Even though it's a free top, but when you wear this top, it's going to make the bust area full, if you understand what I'm saying. So now that we have our front panel ready, we are going to use the same pattern to cut out our back panel. So take out a fabric on fold, then you're going to cut exactly the same on the side, and then on the armhole, and then at the neckline you're going to come down by 1.5 inches for the back neckline. Then you're going to cut it out. So now we have our front and then we have our back. I'm going to cut out facing for both the front and then the back panel. So all you have to do is to fold fabric and place your front or your back panel on it, and you're going to trace the neckline and that of the shoulder joining. After that, you're going to shape it according to how long you want your facing to be. I also went ahead to slit open that of the back, and you're going to curve it to the length that you want. So that is the back facing. Remember, I slit open both the lining and that of the fashion fabric, or the facing and then the fashion fabric. So this is what I'm talking about. I slit open the facing and that of the fashion fabric. And then we are going to take it to the sewing machine, and we are going to sew the neckline and then on the V shape or the slit area, then to the other neckline. I did same for the front panel. I cut out the facing for the front panel as well. So I've gone ahead to stitch the facing in place, and I've also joined the shoulder with ½ inches allowance. I also created this loop at the back, which will be holding the bottom of the back neckline. So now, front side facing each other, you're going to stitch with ½ inches allowance on the side. Then you're going to hem the bottom of the blouse as well. So I've gone ahead to do that, and I've also hemmed the bottom of the blouse. Then when you flip it to the right side, this is what we have. So it's now time for us to cut the sleeve for the blouse. It's actually a long sleeve, and then the length is 24 inches. I came down from the starting line by 3 inches, and on a 3-inch mark line, I marked my armhole measurement, which is 8 inches or 8.5 inches. Then we are going to curve from the starting line in an S shape into the straight line or 3-inch marked line. I'm sorry my markings are not visible. So from the starting line, you're going to come down by 8 inches, and then you are going to insert your bicep divided by 2. Mine is 6.5. I added 1.5 inches allowance on the side. And then for my wrist, I marked my waist divided by 2 plus 1.5 inches allowance. So you are going to connect these points together to that of the wrist. Then you're going to cut it out like so. So we have our long sleeve ready. So it's now time for us to shape our front armhole. But don't forget to notch the center of the sleeve. Very important. Then you're going to open both of the sleeve, front side facing each other, making sure they align. Then you're going to come down by ½ inches on one side. Remember, front side facing each other. So you come down by ½ inches on one side, and you're going to curve from the center to that ½ inch mark, then back into the armhole edge. I hope you understand. Please watch what I'm doing. So you're going to cut out from the point into the ½ inch mark, and then to the center of the sleeve. So that will be our front armhole or our front sleeve. That is where you'll be attaching to the front side, notch in order not to create any kind of confusion. So this is what we have. When you open it up, you're going to have the front side facing front, then the back is also longer than the front by ½ inches. I hope you understand. So we are going to bring in the sleeve we've made. We are going to be attaching it to the blouse. So you find the midpoint of the sleeve and then the midpoint of the shoulder line, and you're going to stitch with ½ inches allowance for both sides. So I've gone ahead to stitch the sleeves in place for both the right and then the left, and this is the final look of the blouse. Very easy to make, very simple. Bye.